I must break you. If he dies, he dies.
Nothing too exciting. It's only Rocky round 2.
You know, this is the powerful pre-workout where the original actually put a friend in hospital. It's safe to say he's not going to be taking another scoop of this, and we are super excited to be trying this. You know, the hype is real on Instagram. People know what they're getting themselves into with Submission Science, so you know, it's a big thank you to them for sending it our way.
Dmaa and Dmha, we've only seen it in one other pre-workout before with that combo. What they got to do, Aaron?
Like this video, you know, let your friends know about it. Will it leave you knocked out? Stay tuned.
Flavours, you ask, and we can't tell because there's nothing on here for that.
Unfortunately not. However, the Body Shop Pro website are advertising that it comes in pina colada, so it might be the one we got, it might not. We're going to have a look right now.
Smoke coming out. It's a concern.
Definitely smells like pina colada.
Yeah, it does actually, and I know what you're going to reference that to instantly. Pathogen.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Nuka colada.
I just check it's 10 grams. Do you want to do a flat scoop and we'll check?
Is it definitely 10?
Yeah.
Yep, dead flat scoop, guys, gets you that 10 grams. As always, with extreme high stim ones, it's well worth weighing it out. But to give you that heads up, a dead flat scoop is 10. Yep, perfect. Perfect 10.
Which one do you want?
Easy. Lids are back there too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We upgraded our shizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope the taste isn't too rocky.
That was good. Oh, I'm worried about this one.
Even the lid popped off with force. It's not too bad actually.
Tastes like pina colada.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the pathogen Nuka colada, it's quite similar to that. It actually just tastes like pina colada.
I don't know how they get the flavours so good in these high stim ones. I remember the original Rocky was really nice as well.
Yeah, not bad. It tastes like what it's supposed to. I probably would give it something like an 8 out of 10.
I was literally thinking 8 out of 10, yeah.
Just because it's a bit of a pina colada. I'm not the biggest pina colada fan.
Me neither.
Fan?
It's mixed perfectly. There's a tiny bit of froth in, but nothing bad.
8 out of 10. Okay guys, we're going to move into that price segment. Now, does it leave your wallet feeling like Apollo Creed after Ivan Drago's having to go at him? Pick this up from bodyshop.pro, and they do worldwide shipping, so it is nice and easy to get your hands on it. Do check it out, just Google Body Shop Pro and it'll come up straight away. They do this and a range of other high stim,
hard to find,
under the radar pre-workouts, put it that way. So, price of the tub itself. Now the advantage with this straight off the bat is it is a 30 serving tub. Really good start, that's important. You can pick this up for £36.63 Great British Sterling. You can pick it up for exactly 43 euros, or you can pick it up for you US guys at 47.37 cents.
Not bad, especially for the power. And that moves us into price per serving, and that's £1.22 or €1.43 or $1.58. So all good price per serves, and that actually comes to a 7 out of 10 on our price scale.
Really good price considering what it is. Yeah, can't go wrong with 7 out of 10, guys. Another good scorer.
Alright guys, this is arguably the most exciting bit of the review. The label, what's in it? 1 scoop is 10 grams. Now it is a proprietary blend made up of 8.5 grams, so that's the active ingredients you're getting in yourself. We do not like the fact it's a prop blend, but you know, let's just roll with it. First up is citrulline malate 2:1.
Straight off the bat, you know, that's a good ingredient to have. It produces nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream, or it ups them, should I say, giving you some pump. So it's a pump ingredient.
Lovely. Then we've got Dmaa, agmatine sulfate.
So yeah, that is just agmatine sulfate. Now, again, similar to the citrulline malate, that provides nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream, leading to sort of vasodilation of the blood vessels. In turn, that flushes the muscle cell with nutrients and ingredients that you want, and it increases protein synthesis as well. So it's an all-round great ingredient for pumps.
Nice. Then we have N-acetyl tyrosine.
We personally don't think that's quite as good as L-tyrosine, but some people argue that fact. But nonetheless, it is an amino acid still that sort of helps with focus and concentration within the gym. How much is in this proprietary blend, we can't tell you, but yeah, it should help with focus.
Yep. Then we got caffeine citrate.
So that is a very fast-acting form of caffeine. It's it's quicker than anhydrous version. It's actually it's the fastest version. That is a stimulant that's going to give you the boost of energy in the gym.
Yep. And then we've got methylliberine.
That's a stimulant again that provides mental energy, focus, and a slight euphoric increase in mood. Yeah, interesting as well. Works well with caffeine.
Lovely. Then we've got Dmha.
Nice. You know, a super strong stimulant. This is the illegal one, guys. So if you want to steer clear of illegal ingredients, don't take this product. You know, it's a fat burner as well as a secondary effect. You know, it's just, yeah, a powerful stimulant. It's going to get you really rolled up.
Yeah, perfect for clubbing. And then another badass ingredient in the form of Dmha.
Nice. Powerful stimulant yet again. Also known as octadrin. It works as a bronchodilator, which basically means it widens the vessels in the lungs. So it increases aerobic capacity. So it helps with your breathing and with your energy and that sort. Yeah. Really good. Really good ingredient. Powerful.
Nice. Just what Rocky wants. And then we've got Vaso 6.
We would have to hope there's 300 milligrams in there because that's the clinical dose, which has been shown to increase muscle pump during and after training. It also stimulates glucose uptake through the muscle cell directly, so it improves protein synthesis. Yeah, nice ingredient because it helps put on muscle mass.
That's what we want. And then we've got synephrine HCl.
Awesome. So it's a substitute for ephedrine, which, as you guys know, was a powerful stimulant for fat burning. It also has been shown to increase mental capacity, so, you know, giving you that focus in the zone feels, as well as physical performance. Yeah, it's a very powerful fat burning stimulant.
Yeah. And then we've got hygenamine HCl.
Awesome. You may well have seen this named as Nelumbo, or that Nelumbo nucifera, which we've seen before. Again, another powerful ingredient that releases noradrenaline and adrenaline to the blood, resulting in the expansion of airways and thus increasing body efficiency. Ooh. So we do like that ingredient as well. It does act as a stimulant, so it's another powerful energy booster.
Sounds like it's going to make you a superhuman.
It also actually reduces oxidative stress.
Ooh, stress-free living. And then we've got hordenine HCl.
Another fat burner. It also reduces appetite, but it does also give an energy boost. So another stimulant, guys. It's going to be very stim heavy, this one. Yeah.
Okay. Then we've got Schisandra chinensis.
Also known as Chinese lemon extract. It has a strengthening effect on the body, you know, supports liver, it cleans toxins out of the body, but it also has positive effects on the heart, brain, lungs and kidneys. And in addition to that, guys, it also speeds up metabolism, so it's a fat burner.
Nice to see a nice healthy ingredient in there to fight all the other unhealthy ones. And then we got your Himbine HCl at 2 milligrams. We actually do know what that dose is for once.
Awesome. You know, it's a fat burner. You've got to remember it. That your Himbine effectively reduces insulin in the body. So taking this around sort of carbohydrate meals is pointless, but it's particularly effective when used on an empty stomach before exercise.
Ooh. And then we got Huperzine Serrata, which is essentially Huperzine A, if I'm not mistaken.
Awesome. Improving memory. It's, you know, it's been dubbed as the learning chemical. It promotes an increase in acetylcholine concentration as well.
Very nice. And then we got vitamin B12 and vitamin D3, if you want to give them the D on those two.
You know, they're the vitamins at the end of the day. No one gets too excited about them, but yeah, they do help with a whole range of health improving mechanisms, so it's good to see them in there anyhow.
Nice, and that does tie up that label, and if you didn't realise, that is one crazy ass label.
Stim.
Yeah, let's get this round 2 going.
How did we feel the Rocky KO round 2, guys? And this is the bit you've all been waiting for, isn't it? How did you feel it?
A full run. We went gym on it. We went to a house party on it. So, you know.
We pulled an all-nighter on it.
Yeah.
Just to compare it to the original. So obviously, as you guys know, if you haven't seen that original review, I'm going to chuck the link to that below. It's one where it put our friend in hospital. It's that powerful.
It
this
didn't
one,
feel like a pre, did it?
No, this one had a lot to live up to get to that sort of level. And did it live up to it, Craig?
To a degree, not fully though.
I don't think so myself.
Some aspects are better, some are not as good.
We've both agreed, because we've used it a couple of times just to see if it was just a one-off where we didn't feel absolutely amazing on it. The pumps both times were the best part of it.
Painful.
Which unfortunately goes against what it originally was. I mean, originally it's a stim heavy pre-workout, and pumps were its best factor. And in fact, the mental focus, the brain nootropic side, was also very good.
Yeah.
But just falling short of the pumps.
Mental drive.
The energy though was, for me, it wasn't that good in terms of energy. I just felt, you know, tired. Not crashy to a degree, but it just never hit me. It's difficult because we're trying to not compare it to the original Rocky, but I would not even have called this Rocky round 2. This is it's, although it's not for a beginner, we both argued it's for an intermediate advanced user, but it's just above an average one for them. So I personally would give it like a 7 out of 10 overall. So it's still good, but it's not Rocky good.
Yeah. I prefer it to Rocky 1.3 though, and I'm sure we gave that like a 4.5. So I'd put that above this above that. Like Aaron said, that you don't get the same euphoric high clubbing off your brain feels as the original, but I would argue this one's more productive and aggressive into actual training. So this is more of a pre-workout by a
not a drug, not an illegal drug
Yeah.
stand like absolutely off your face, Jack 3D. You know, absolutely the crazy ones.
Yeah.
It is a more productive pre because pumps come first. But obviously the original Rocky kept us buzzing for like 16 hours. This one kept me energised slightly for about an hour, 2 hours.
I think I liked it a little bit more than Aaron because I felt my heart rate a bit increased and a bit more drive and like alertness to get shit done. But we do have days when we don't completely agree on everything because we're different
Would
from
you
day
give
to
it
day.
out of 10?
For me, I was literally going to give it a 9 out of 10, only rating it down on that's losing that slight euphoria from the original, because I think pumps are better than the original. I think energies, for me, was roughly the same as the original, and the euphoria was lacking on this one. So that's what brings it down that point for me.
Difficult one. Should we land on like an 8 out of 10 so we can meet in the middle? So, guys, it wasn't the original by a long shot, but it's still a good pre-workout.
Yeah. I think the energy wasn't as long lasting as the original, but for the first hour or two on the pre, I felt quite bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, we had a good couple of sessions on it. Like the training footage will show, we did train hard, and it did make you go from A to B to C. And I think that's because the mental energy was there. but my body did feel, it felt shattered.
I think I remember the original when I took it and did legs. I finished like an hour and a half leg day, and then I went on the Stairmaster for half an hour on full blast, like not even knowing where I was or like off my face. So
it's a different pre-workout. I couldn't myself personally call it Rocky KO round 2.
No,
I'd call it something completely different.
Ivan Drago.
Yeah, something different. So 8 out of 10 overall, guys. That is our honest experience on this pre-workout. Obviously, guys, there wasn't any beta tingles, which is something we do like, but that wasn't in the original either, so it's not like it's lost anything. So if beta tingles are the sort of thing you want, you're obviously very obviously not going to feel them because it's not there.
Yeah, you have to sort of rely on that increased heart rate and mental drive to sort of let you know that it's kicking in, rather than the conventional, oh, I'm itching, it's working.
Yeah.
Guys, it's final verdict time, and as always, we advise you to go back to each segment to see the reasons why we dropped these scores.
Absolutely.
And first up was taste.
Taste, you know, really not bad. We're not the biggest pina colada fans, but it definitely tasted like a pina colada should.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely doable. So
Mixed nice.
Yeah, I'd give that. We did give that an 8 out of 10. Mixability good.
Very good, and that moves us into price.
Again, a very well priced pre-workout considering you get that 30 servings. That is really important. We gave that a 7 out of 10 on our consistent pricing scale.
Have some of that, and finishing with effects.
Effects, the most important part of any review, and it's evenly drawn top scorer, was also an 8 out of 10. Again, do go back, check that effects segment out. You know, there wasn't any really negatives to this pre-workout. It was a more productive pre-workout than the original. It just wasn't a stim junkie pre-workout like the original.
This is one I would take if I was feeling really down and I needed to smash a heavy leg day and you just needed to get shit done.
I wouldn't even really say, we would both really said there was not really any crash, there's no jitters, obviously there's no alpha,
no
dribble. Dribble.
Yeah.
What other negatives or
No,
drawbacks
like
would there be?
excessive thirstiness. There was a bit of hunger suppressing though.
Yeah,
for
we
the
noticed
first
that,
like sort of 4 or 5 hours after taking it.
So yeah,
that's about it really. I think that does round it up. So not as good as the original, well, not in terms of getting off your face, but still a very good productive.
they're different pre-workouts. That's the way I think. I think they should be separated.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? An overall score, Craig?
That actually gives us a 23 out of 30. So really good overall, and only 1 point less than crack that we which was the last big pre-workout that we reviewed. So
this is not for a beginner. It is for an advanced user still. However, it's not going to be the strongest stim junkie pre-workout you've ever taken.